into town. It's very exciting. It is. It's very exciting. Maybe I'll see a female, but I'm going to Walmart, and Walmart isn't the same as Wegmans. And as far as hotties go, Walmart's not even closed. But that's where I'm going. I'm going to Walmart. The last time I left the house was on the 13th, something like that. So it's been over 3 weeks. I have a whole list of things that I need to get. I'm planning on filling up at least 2 shopping carts. One thing that I want to get is a toaster oven. I bought a freezer, which makes perfect sense, but we're not getting freezers in, so I only had one choice, and that was one that cost $750, which is expensive for me. What I wanted to do is buy a $300 chest freezer, and then like a $400 oven, but I couldn't do that, so I'm gonna get a toaster oven so I have something. I'm gonna pay attention to my list. I'm getting a lot of meat because, I'm gonna need meat for me, the animals. That's it. And I'm gonna use a mask. I'm using a mask, fuck it. About 10 more minutes, I'm gonna go sit in the car. I just spent $750. I'm going back in, I need vinegar. The mask doesn't work because the problem is that it fogs up the glasses. If you don't have glasses on, the mask is just pointless. So I opted for keeping the glasses on. I don't know, the kind of mask that I have doesn't work. So I'm gonna risk my life again going around people, and then I won't come back for months. Seriously, months. I didn't take any video in there because I didn't want to get the phone infected, whatever, and I was just being careful. So, but I spent $750, and then I went back in and spent another $87. So I don't have to buy food for the whole summer, maybe until the fall or winter. I only ran into like one idiot, and that was, she was older than a boomer, and she wanted to stop, pull right up to my cart and say, "Do you think you have enough food for the week?" Get out, you old bag. Everybody else was pretty much, considerate. A few of the Walmart employees, like I had chicken dripping from my cart. One of them wanted to come up and tell me, and I'm like, I know, it's at the bottom of my cart, there's nothing I can do. Okay, I just wanted you to know. I already know. Got a little too close, and then something dropped out of my cart, and the Jack Black looking dude wanted, "Do you want me to pick that up for you?" "No, get away." But other than that, it went pretty smooth. I hope I didn't get anything. It's like getting an STD, sort of. Only worse. Well, yeah, worse. Well, you don't die from it. Well, you could. Hitler had venereal disease of some. He had gonorrhea or syphilis. He had syphilis, I believe. No thanks. That was insane. The cart was so heavy that I couldn't even move it. I could move it in the store, but once I got in the parking lot, if it hit like a little divot or gets stuck, must have weighed, I don't know, 400 or 500 pounds, something like a big old fat dude. It probably weighed about as much as a really fucking fat guy. So 400. I had, I got milk. I got milk, so I have room to like freeze milk, so I don't have to worry about it. That freezer, although it was expensive, that was a wise investment under the circumstances. And then there's been a lot of waste of like fruit. Now I don't have to waste any fruit. It can all be frozen, which is great, so I don't have to buy fruit. Vegetables, same thing. I don't have to. I'm not gonna have to buy them. I won't have to buy them after. Well, I mean, I didn't buy any lettuce or anything like that. But I have lettuce that's good. I mean, I'm growing lettuce. I'm gonna put the seeds in soon. So I'll be able to make a salad, which I'm really looking forward to. I have a lot of vegetables. I shouldn't have to buy vegetables. There shouldn't be any problem with that. It hurt spending $750 on a freezer, but I really had planned on $300. But talking to Lowe's and Home Depot, they're like, we don't know when we're gonna get them. A lot of those parts are made in China, even if it's one that's manufactured in there just aren't any. So if you're thinking about getting a freezer in a month, well, good luck. I hope you can do it. I just figured it was, they had one, and I'm like, well, I'll take it. I'll take it. It's a good one, and it's big. It's a lot bigger. It's stand up, so I don't have to dig through it to find stuff. It's frost free. Where I was going to be buying one that was a chest freezer that was not. It was manual. I had to defrost it, which would have. That's a fucking bummer. That is always a bummer. So in the long run, it's okay. It's just when will I get dog training again? I don't know. When they come out with the vaccine. That vaccine, we'll probably still get it, but it'll just be like lessened, so we won't die. My blood type is O, which is good. Evidently, I think it's blood type A. Seems to have a higher rate of having problems with this. But I'm O positive, so I have a 20% chance of it being less. So that's better. And to be perfectly honest, I had the flu when Jules was here, and then this is weird. And then Jules left, and I still didn't feel great. But he had left. Bowser was gone, and then I got the flu again, and this is the truth. I had the chills, and I remember I was sitting around sweating and stuff. But I had diverticulitis too at the time, so I just figured it was related to that. But I did have the cough. I had the unproductive cough. I even people noticed it on live stream. One of the nurses, Anna S., she said, "Yeah, I noticed you have a cough." It's possible. It's definitely possible. And I'll tell you why. Is because there's a lot of traffic in this area. A lot of people come up from Long Island and stuff. I mean, I was talking to one guy at Wegmans. He's like, "Yeah, I'm from Long Island." I'm like, so I might have had it. I wish that they would come out with the titer test so that I could at least know. But I'm not going to take a chance. I mean, I have real bad allergies right now too, and that was sort of giving me a problem. That wasn't too long ago, and I was like, that was paranoia, I think, on my part, because I didn't have a fever. I didn't when I had the chills and I was sweating and all that stuff. I didn't have a thermometer at that point. I never worried about it because I'm like, oh, I got a fever. Who cares? I'm sick. Now you can use the thermometer and sort of tell if you it's one of the symptoms. It's one of the first signs. But I don't know. So I had the flu early. I think Bowser was here, Jules was here, Marty was here, of course. I love having Marty here. I got one client here. It's nice. At least I don't look like people trust me. They do. They trust me with their dogs. They know I'm paranoid. I'm paranoid about my own. I'm paranoid about theirs even more. I mean, if I'm going to work with your dog, at least you know that I'm like, there's a concern. There's a definite concern for everybody's, mine and everyone's animals that I'm in charge of. So, and Marty's to the point where, like, you know, we've been taking a break lately. We'll start working again, and he's to the point where I can just, like, step him into doing whatever. So it's real nice. It's real relaxing. I don't have to look like a total schlub. I could, you know, if Marty wasn't stuck here, I mean, I could do videos with my own dogs. I'll probably do. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of time to, you know, to fill. I'll probably do some videos with Marty and using Tonka and Billy the Hedgehog, Brewster. But, you know, having a client here is real nice. You can put out a video, it could be seen 3 years from now. Nobody will really know that the pandemic's going on, and I can be talking about the dog as it's a client. There's nothing more pathetic than the dog trainer that uses their own dog in a video. Yeah, of course it looks real slick. It's your own fucking dog. Somebody asked me just the other day, like, well, it was in regards to, you know, training other people's dogs. They put it real weird, like, so they said something like, so you're rearing this pup for someone, and it was Finn. Do you use the same methods on your own dog? What? Are you an idiot? I'm a fucking dog trainer, dude. I do it one way for a reason. I do it one fucking way. This idiot's asking, I'm rearing the dog. No, I'm training the dog. It just happens to be a puppy. I train a lot of puppies. That's a great way to do it. Get an early footing with your dog, with me, and then you step in and, you know, continue where I leave off. Puppies take longer, of course. If it's a young puppy, man, the dog should be with me for at least 90 days. That's flat out. You don't want to rush it. It's always like some girl, she has a puppy, she's unrealistic. How fast can you do it? Can you do it in 30 days? Yeah, I can, but I don't do that anymore because it's just ridiculous. Let me condition the dog properly, because when it goes home, you know, there's a lot of owners that just really don't step up to the plate. Many do, but there's a lot that don't. And if it's a young woman, it sounds really like I'm biased or something, but it's mostly, I haven't trained too many young dudes' dogs. Like I trained like a 20-year-old, like, Hanu's owner. He was a chef. He was going to chef school. He was pretty young, but he was totally into it. But mostly it seems like it's you know, young professional women that are very young, and then I think that there's a, like, unrealisticness to dog ownership, and they have stuff going on. They have a job. They're going on dates and stuff. The same would be true if I had trained a lot of young male owners. You're doing shit. I've always said this, like, you know, a boomer ends up being statistically sort of a better dog owner. It's the truth. Young people, they want to go out and get drunk. I was there, going to bars and stuff. I was a bad dog owner when I was in my 20s and early 30s. It's a fact. I admit it. No, I was trying to get laid. I was drinking. And when you're drinking and trying to get laid, you're not thinking about, no, I got to go home and let Billy and Jackie out, or I got to go home. You know, that wasn't on my mind, man. I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about, God, I really want to, either I want another drink or I'm gonna get me some action. That's just how people are, and when you put booze on top of it, it makes you real irresponsible. I guarantee you, anybody that's drinking or doing drugs, your dog suffers because of it. I mean, maybe not like totally suffers, but You'd be a better dog owner if you didn't do booze and do drugs, man. It's a fact, man. It's a fact. You know, you come home wasted, you're not going to be able to, you know, take the dog out properly, or you might even come home and pass out. The dog gets screwed, but that seems to be a lot of our society is like that. So what are you going to do? I'm headed out to Home Depot. I'm going to try and piece this car together so it will pass inspection, and there's something that I need to get at Home Depot. It's long involved. If I start talking about it, it'd be like, how's that gonna, you know, have to do with your car passing inspection? I'll tell you one thing. I need this car. I have to have this car. I'd never put it on the highway, but it can get me, you know, down to Corning or wherever I need to go. So I need it to pass inspection, so that's what I'm going to do. I also, I'm going to go in Wegmans if I can. If they're making people wait in line, I don't need to go to Wegmans. You know, I'm not going to wait in line next to somebody. I'd like to get matzo cracker. Matzo crackers are real good. They're real plain, and I'll eat those. It's like sort of like people would eat bread. I like them, but they're real plain. So I want to get those. That's really the only thing that I need to get at Wegmans. But I'll probably get some more stuff when I'm there. Might as well get I don't know, maybe more boxed type milk. I have milk in the freezer. I have two freezers now. I have one freezer above the refrigerator freezer, and then I got a really big 17.5 cubic feet freezer that has a lot of meat in it. But we have power outages here all the time. If we have a power outage, I just will not open that freezer. And, you know, I'd have 2 days at least, you know, maybe even longer. My neighbor had a good point. He's like, there's a power outage, put a blanket over it, over the freezer. It would probably hold it for quite some time, at least 2-3 days, until I started having a problem. And he said that he's got a generator, you know, it's a big generator. He could probably, he said he could help me out, run a cord or something. I don't know. It's across the street, but he might even have a spare. He said I had one I gave to the kid next door to see if he could fix it, and I don't know what happened. I wasn't going to use it, so I gave it to him. There's the old Coleman, you know, it's really cheap, but now I sort of look at it like maybe I should have fixed it and not given it away. You just don't. I'm not a prepper, you know. Well, in a way, I sort of am. Like when I was in Brooklyn, same thing as here. I had medications ready to go if something happened. I didn't really keep a bunch of food. Here I have food. I have about buckshot in case I need to kill a deer. Got lots of bird shot. I probably have 300-400 rounds of bird shot, something like that. I hate to sound negative and everything, but I mean this could go terribly wrong. It could go terribly bad. It just, you know, it could. I would almost guarantee that there's going to be food shortages of some kind. I don't know how bad they're going to be, but you know, we're looking at 2-3 years of this. This could go real bad. Now, like I said, I was listening to the crab fishermen in Maryland. saying that they can't even go out this year. So, and everybody, I'm sure you're going, yeah, but a lot of people don't eat crab. That's true. But then they start talking about not being able to go out for the other seasons. So, right now, our farmers need to be putting seed in the ground. That's a fact. So if for any reason they can't put seed in the ground, which could be shipment of the seed, somebody's sick, people are sick, not getting a part to, machinery that they have. There's a lot of things could go bad here. The thing that really worries me the most is that we have this going on, and then we have hurricanes, earthquakes, tornadoes, volcanoes, and we have President Trump in charge. I was outraged as much as a lot of people when Jared Kushner, who has no business being in charge of this, that's why it's going so bad, saying that the ventilators in the federal stockpile, those are our ventilators. What? What are you talking about, dude? Yeah, they're ours. They're everyone's. They're not yours. They're not for the government people. Is that what you think? It's outrageous. It is. It's outrageous. That's what the dude thinks. Could go real bad. It's like the perfect storm. Or what else could be real bad? What would be real bad is if we had like a coronal mass ejection. Like if we had something like that knocked down the power grid, and then it'd take a year to get the power grid up, it'd be hell. It would be hell. It'd be hell on earth. So a lot of things could happen now that could make things worse, a lot worse. Just the fact that Trump went around saying that it was a hoax put up by the Democrats, and then Fox News, Fox was putting out the similar shit, where everybody else, all normal people, were like, no, it's not a hoax. It's not a hoax. He was using it as like a political way to gain something. It's not a hoax. There's no hoax about this. It's surreal. It's totally surreal, but this is not a hoax. I'm at Home Depot, and I can see that people that go into Home Depot do not wear a mask. I saw a lot of people with masks on at Walmart the other day, and I see nobody here. And I'll wear mine. Fuck it. I'm having trouble with the mask. It fogs up my glasses, so I'm not wearing the mask. It's a problem. I gotta figure this out. I'm getting some blueberries. This milk pint gives me shit about not having blueberries, so I'm getting some. Social distancing was not happening in Home Depot. Those people were acting like they didn't give a shit. I had one kid step up on me, like waiting in line. And I'm like, dude, 6 feet. Oh, God. I'm telling you, Trump country's gonna get hit hard. There's people that are just acting like it's no big deal. It's gonna get hit real hard. I did get what I need to fix the car. Well, I'm not fixing it. I'm sort of rigging it up. It's not gonna pass inspection. I don't know what I'm gonna do. The mask is a problem. When I have glasses, I can't see. It fogs up. I gotta go in Wegmans. I'm gonna try and do it different. I'm gonna wear the mask and see if I can get it to function better, because I have to figure this out, because it's gonna get worse, and I'm gonna wanna wear the mask at a point. I wanna wear it now. I do, I wanna wear it now. So, let's do that. Let's go to Wegmans. But everybody didn't seem like a lot of people in Walmart really care, or in Home Depot really gave a shit. We're acting like it's no big deal. That's pretty much what I was getting out of it, was like a lot of tough guys, a lot of tough Donald Trump types. I'm not gonna wear a mask. I want to wear a mask, but I can't see. I can't see if I'm using my reading glasses or these glasses. I can't see. So what I'm gonna try and do is put it back on, go in Wegmans, get my matzo crackers, and breathe in a downward motion and see if that helps. I don't know. I should have worked this out before. I'm the one giving advice, saying, yeah, put the mask on, get used to the claustrophobicness of it. If you have glasses on, it'll fog up your glasses, you can't see. So it sort of causes a problem. So that's what I'm gonna do. Breathe downwards. I'm at America's favorite food market, Wegmans. I need to get matzo crackers. They're delicious, I'm telling you. They're real good. I'm gonna try doing something different with the mask. See if I can get the mask to function. Of course, I have hand sanitizer. The first thing that I do is grab the cart and I slather hand sanitizer all over the handrail. I just hope the mask works. Let's give it a shot. It sort of works. It sort of works if I don't breathe a whole lot. Like if I exhale real slow. Seems to be working. Some people have masks on, some people don't. I'll err on the side of caution. I will, man. I'm 50. I'll be 57. I'm not in the worst shape. I'm not in the best shape either, and there's a lot of people that just don't give a shit. Think that's okay. It's a problem. It's not a hoax. Okay, it's not fogging up my glasses. This is doable. I just have to concentrate. This is fine. I can do this. No big deal. I'm not Trump. I'm not the tough guy. I'm a pussy. I don't want to die. I'm a pussy. People are much more conscious in this store than Home Depot. Home Depot is like a lot of macho people like Trump. Pretty much. The mask is working and not fogging up my glasses. I just was breathing wrong. Okay, that worked. That worked well. I took the mask, I pinched it. I actually doubled it up too. I doubled it up, it's two of them, and I pinched it real tight around the nose. See, even talking right now, the way I talk, I can get these to fog up. And I just sort of had a real slow breath, real sort of would breathe down, and I didn't have any problems, so that's good to go. So that's the way I'll do it for the rest of the summer. There were some people in there that really were not social distancing, didn't really give a crap, but I would say that the majority of the people seemed like they were in there. Walmart was a totally different story. I can't concentrate on not touching my face and not touching my camera and do videos in there. It's just not, it's not really worth it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get this. I'll get it, but I would rather get it when they have a vaccine so that it's not such a big deal. It's a fact. I do have O positive blood, which O type blood, evidently you're 20% chance of getting it less severe. So that's a plus. But I don't want it. I don't want it. And the rate of giving it to somebody else is 3 or 4. Now I don't have a lot of contact with people, but right there I had contact with people. I have to get the car inspected. I'm going to have contact with someone. I don't want to give this to somebody. You can kill somebody. That's the point. That's the point. You can die, and the majority of people that don't handle it well have pre-existing conditions, heart problems, blood pressure, whatever. Kidney problem, whatever it is, like anything is a pre-existing condition. It's not good. And there are younger people. There was an athlete that he was a bicycler, like in Italy. He got it. He died. He was young, 27 years old. He died. Some people do not handle it well. They don't. It's just, that's just how it is, people. So you might think that you're young or whatever, and the chances that there's children that are dying of this shit. And the thing about viruses is that they mutate. So 3 years from now, we're sort of dealing with a different deal. But they'll keep, like they do with the influenza vaccine every year. They modify it every year, and that's what they'll keep doing. And then that'll be included in, I guess, on our yearly vaccine, that influenza vaccine, and that'll be included, I guess. Now, I did go to the pharmacist and ask him a question. I said, what about my shingles vaccine? I'm due for another one. And he said, well, we're not going to be doing that. I said, I understand. He said, don't worry about it, just it'll lapse or whatever, and then we'll just do the whole set again. No big deal. I asked him about flu shots. Like, are they going to be doing flu shots? He's like, no, there's no plan to be doing that right now. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, that we're being careful not to get this. We're also have to be careful not to get that. It's the same idea. So if they're not giving flu shots, you can't just walk around like I do, like, fuck it, it's a different world. I have hand sanitizer. I keep it in my pocket in the store. I do not touch my face when I'm in the store. I don't touch my face with hands that are clean. I sanitize my hands before I take the mask off and put it on. And now the mask is sitting there and it's in the sun, and I'll just, whatever. It's a bitch, and like I said, I'm sort of like worried about the combination of things. Well, we have this. We have fire season coming up. I don't want to bump everybody out, but it's like two of my friends in California, I'm worried about them. But one just bought a brand new house, sweet looking house. The other one, she's got this beautiful property with animal shelter on it too. Beautiful home, acres of land. If it gets dry, she's, there's been fires all around her last year, the year before that. That worries me a lot. Not just for them, but for everyone. Hurricanes, we have that coming up. Tornado season. We have a lot of shit coming up, and we have this. It's not. It could be the perfect storm. It could. Record gun sales lately. Like I said, I bought double up buckshot, because I'm like, well, things go south, and I can always go in the woods and eat. I can always get food for the dogs. There's not a problem with that. I'm not in the city. I think other people are worried about protection too. That's definitely, it should be a concern. Virginia's not concerned about it at all. It just bums me out. I gotta call her right now. I gotta call Virginia. But she's not concerned in the slightest. I was like, buy a gun. She didn't want to have a gun in the house. So my suggestion to her is use like something that's not lethal, like a bear mace or something. Order that and have it in the house. I said you couldn't. She drives around in a really nice car. She doesn't look like she could punch her way out of a wet paper bag. It's about like 120 pounds. It's not a big woman. She's, when this first was going down, she sort of had this thing of like, oh, it'll be all right. I think you'll get some dog training. And I'm like, what are you watching? Like, I think she watches Fox. She's told me she watches Tucker Carlson. I'm like, why are you watching that? Oh, because I want to know what the other side's talking about. Well, stop watching it, because you watch that, you watch anything on Fox, you're giving them ratings. So, she'll like, she was like, no, you'll probably get dog training. And for the longest time, she's like, oh, it's not going to be that long. It'll be like a couple weeks. I don't think she's saying the same thing now, although she's in a Trump country state. It's not, everybody should be very careful not to get this and very careful about themselves. And if we have food shortages, here's the other thing. 15%, over 15% of the New York City police force is out sick. Now, that's 15%. Imagine a small community that has like 25 officers on their police force, and 20 to 25% of the force is out sick. See the problem? It's a big problem. People get desperate. They get desperate. You start getting hungry and you're desperate. People get desperate. When you think about the Depression, which that's what's going to happen here, so get ready. Think about that, and then think about who did better. Who did better? Did the people in the cities do better, or people in the country did better? You have the option of growing food. You have the option of going and hunting. The cities, man, there could be riots. There could be all kinds of stuff. I don't think $1,200 is gonna be like enough to like. It's not much money. You're getting $1,200 for what? For how long? How long are you supposed to live on the $1,200? There's all these issues with the cities. Rent's going to be a huge problem. People aren't going to pay rent. There's no way. No way. You have the choice of like eating or paying your rent. You're going to go with food. That's how it is. They're going to have to do some kind of moratorium on evictions, on rent. They have to. It's not a choice. It's not gonna be it's like, well, it is a choice. You could have a choice of eating or not paying rent. You go with the immediate, which is like, you gotta eat. You have to fucking eat. You play it by ear. Glad I'm in Beaver Dams. I am. I'm glad I'm here, man. I remember I can't remember what was going on. Ebola or one of them. Like I said, I was stocked up. I had like medications and stuff. I had stuff like, that I could. I had stuff. SARS too, I believe I had stuff. But you should always sort of keep a supply of medications you need. But nowadays, you're going to have that shipped to your house, which is like, makes it a lot easier. I could have gotten it in Wegmans too. They're not quarantining like areas yet. Could happen. just doing this like lockdown thing. It's fine. I mean, I went out. There were people out. It seemed like there were people out that shouldn't be out. They weren't social distancing. Home Depot was a joke. Bunch of tough guys. That's what it was. Bunch of Trump people. You know how Trump said, oh, I'm not going to wear a mask. Oh, you're not? Okay, tough guy. Irresponsible, isn't it? Irresponsible. Very irresponsible of you.